Student loan forgiveness is coming to an end. What does this mean for the housing market? Here's an interesting conversation on an article that I've read. Will the housing market change when student loans are forgiven? Here's what experts are saying. Let's take a look. So currently, there's about 43 million people with this type of debt. Most of them carry about $25,000, which has equated to more than $1.6 trillion. Now that's a lot of student loan debt that is currently not being paid on because the payments are paused. The article states a new poll from the National Association of Realtors has found that 60% of millennials reported student loan debt as being one of the biggest obstacles to their ability to buy their very first home, which is really important because when we look at it from a lending perspective, if you have a large student loan and then eventually the payments begin, that's going to have a big impact on your debt to income ratio because the more monthly payments you have, the less purchase power you'll be able to reach. In 2019, there was a study done by the Journal of Labor and Economics, and they found something rather interesting. They state that every $1,000 tacked onto someone's student loan debt actually led to a 1 to 2% less likely probability of somebody becoming a homeowner. And that's for those in their 20s, which is rather interesting and leads us to the question, will student loan forgiveness have an impact on the housing market? In a recent Go Banking Rates poll, readers were asked what they would spend their money on if they had their student loans forgiven. And interestingly enough, 22% of them said that they'd spend it on becoming first-time homebuyers. In the article, one of the experts suggests that they don't believe that there's going to be a major impact when it comes to home buying and student loans. But in my opinion, the answer is it quite possibly could have an impact because it really just depends on what the terms are. So number one, is student loan going to be forgiven? So if I owe $50,000 in student loan debt today, and then according to Biden's new agenda, they offered to eliminate $10,000 of that, then that's a plus. Now I only owe $40,000, so that's going in the right direction. But then I need to know what those terms are. So if the payments are going to restart on that $40,000, well, what's that monthly payment going to be? How soon is it going to be paid off? Is it going to be paid off in 5 years, 10 years, 30 years? Because where you'll see a big impact in the housing market is the monthly payments, because from a lending perspective, that's what we're looking for. We're looking to qualify you based on your minimum monthly payments. So if that $40,000 leads to a $500 a monthly payment a month, that will have a significant impact on my ability to qualify. Versus that $40,000 having an $80 a month, that will actually have a positive impact, meaning I can qualify for more. So it really just comes down to what payments am I going to end up with. If you have student loans and have questions in regards to your financial situation, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to take a look at everything and help you determine what is possible.